Hey everyone, this is Dylan, and today I'm going to be doing a movie review. So this was actually recommended to me in a comment on the June 2018 horror pack video that I did, and I will put a iCard or something. I don't remember which corner it's in, but I'll put one of those up there to that if you have not seen it. But it was recommended to me by Jen's Reviews from the Grave, and she wanted me to do a review on this movie, so I figured I would do a review. I actually think that her suggestion might be the first review that somebody has actually recommended me to do. I haven't done a whole lot of reviews, but I would like to probably try to do some more. I actually have a playlist that I put a bunch of videos into a playlist recently, so I actually have a playlist of a bunch of the reviews that I have, and I'll also try to put that in an iCart, whatever corner it's in. But finally, to get onto this movie, this is Hansel and Gretel Get Baked. So this was a movie that was released by Tribeca Films, which I know that it is a film festival, so I don't know if this was like a movie that they had at the festival that they got the rights to distribute it, or what the story was. I tried to look into it, but I didn't really find anything. But this is directed by Dwayne Journey, and the screenplay was written by David Tillman. And the cast includes Molly Quinn, who plays Gretel, Michael Welch, who plays Hansel, Cary Elwes, which he might as well have not been in the movie. He was in it for a total of 1 minute and 30 seconds, so he might as well have not been in it, but he played a meter man. And then you have Laura Flynn Boyle, who played the witch. Her name was Agnes in the movie. So the first thing I want to say about this movie is I think that it was a very clever way to reimagine the classic fairy tale that we all know about Hansel and Gretel. And the title is a double entendre. I think that's what it is called, because it's about marijuana, and it also, in the classic fairy tale, the witch cooks children to eat, so it's also kind of has that double meaning right there. But the story follows mostly Gretel. Gretel and her boyfriend are smoking some weed, and it's this new strain called Black Forest, which is also a nice tie-in to Germany and the classic fairy tale as well. There's a lot of little things sprinkled throughout this movie about the classic fairy tale that I thought was pretty cleverly placed and fits with the storyline pretty well. So this Black Forest strain of marijuana is grown by this little old lady in Pasadena, is what they say. So they actually run out, and the boyfriend decides that he wants to go and get some more. So he asks his dealer for the address to the little old lady in Pasadena. And so he goes to buy more of this weed, and things don't really turn out well for him. While he's there, he discovers a gingerbread house, which also ties into the fairy tale. And inside it, we find a bunch of a bunch of strange IDs and stuff. There's actually some Nazi paperwork in there, which is kind of weird. They didn't really touch on it at all other than that moment, so it was kind of a weird thing to just throw out there. But we find a bunch of paperwork about this woman who is this little old lady. Gretel's boyfriend kind of like passes out, and when he wakes up, he is in the basement of the little old lady's house, which is a witch. She's a witch. And she is preparing him to be eaten. And so basically that's the whole premise of how Gretel gets involved, and she's trying to find her boyfriend. Overall, I actually enjoyed this movie. I thought it was pretty good, aside from a couple plot holes that I'll talk about in a little bit. But let's get into the things that I liked about this movie. So one of the things that I thought was actually kind of cool was for the opening credit sequence, it was like all the names and stuff were put in there as like prescription marijuana stuff. So you've got little baggies, and on it where the name of whatever the strain is, it had like the people's names, so like the director and all of that. And then as it went along, they had the pill bottles and all that stuff. So I thought that that was actually pretty cool. Overall, I just thought that the story was interesting enough to keep me invested, and it was just a fun ride. I thought that it was a great reimagining of the classic fairy tale, and I would definitely recommend that you check it out. Another thing that I actually really liked in this movie was that there were little pieces sprinkled around that reference the classic fairy tale that everyone knows. So I thought that that was a good way to invest in it. But now to get into the things that I did not like. So we've got Cary Elwes, who might as well have not been in this movie. He was a meter man, and it was literally a plot that didn't go anywhere. Like, so what happened was there was a meter man, and then he went missing. They go to his office, and the manager gets into the story, but he literally does nothing. So I just don't. It could have definitely had gone without this, without the whole meter man plot. So it's not really clear what Hansel does. He randomly carries around a camera and just takes pictures. He's hardly in the movie. I mean, that's actually one of the criticisms I would have, is this is a Hansel and Gretel movie, and they are not in the movie very much. It's a fairly short movie. It's an hour and 26 minutes, and I would say they're probably only in the movie for like 30 to 40 minutes. So I don't know quite why that was the case. It did spend a lot of time on the witch, Laura Flynn Boyle. One of the things that I also kind of had an issue with is if you're going to be selling marijuana like the witch does, why would you also kidnap, torture, and kill people / eat them? Like, you probably want to keep it on the down low and not bring any added attention to yourself. So that was kind of weird. Also, they go to the cops. Gretel goes to the cops to report her boyfriend missing, and the cops are just dicks. Like, they're not doing their job. And like, if they had done their job a little bit better, then most of what happens in this movie wouldn't have happened. Also, another very strange thing about this movie is that the house that the witch lives in was apparently a funeral home before, and so she uses the crematory machine to cook her people in, which, that's weird, because the whole point of a crematory machine is to get rid of all of the soft tissue, so cooking in it would not really be that effective. It would just give you bones. And also, there's a where she grows her marijuana is in a fallout bunker in the funeral home, so I don't understand quite why there's a fallout bunker in a funeral home. It just seems really weird. Also, she can apparently make zombies. There's several different people who get turned into zombies in this movie, so that's a little strange. And also one of the other things, which is kind of nitpicky, but two people get, well, they don't, one person gets eaten and the other person is being prepared to be eaten but doesn't get eaten. And just by a practical nature of the matter is, if you're gonna eat someone, they should probably not have clothes on, because what she was doing was she was like basting them in butter, and like that it just didn't make a whole lot of sense. I mean, I understand you can't have just willy-nilly naked people everywhere, but just the practical nature of eating someone, I think you would probably need to not have their clothes on. But overall, I would definitely recommend this movie. There were a strange time in film. This came out in 2013 when this was one of 3 Hansel and Gretel movies that came out, so that's kind of bizarre. But that is it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you guys for watching. So if you want to recommend any other movies that you would like me to review, I could definitely work on that. If I have it, the movie, all the better. If I can stream it, all the better. But if I don't have it, then I can definitely look into looking for it. So that is it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know what you think about what I think about this movie. And remember, if you are not already subscribed and you'd like to be, please hit that subscribe button down below. I have a lot of different videos on my channel. Most of them are movie related, so if that's something that's up your alley, definitely give me a subscribe. And if you like this video, please give it a like. Thank you guys for watching. Have a great day.